clicked on the video for this, so don't even dare think about fighting back.
I'm sitting in Corey's corner right now, man. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I mean? This is the Young Coriel show and stuff where he get to ask questions, man. If you guys have seen, he had comedian Mike on, man, for an interview, man, and now he got Pops again. So, man, what's going on, Corey?
What up?
I don't know, man. It's your show. You supposed to be talking to me.
Okay. I want to ask you this one-to-one question.
Okay, what's going on?
Have you ever had this thing in your life what was challenging and it took you a few more times to finally get over it?
That's a good question, man. That is very much a good question. Of course, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and something that was extremely challenging was, the environment. The environment was very much challenging. You had, you had crack cocaine, which was an epidemic. You had gang banging, which was an epidemic. You know what I'm saying? The drug culture was very much in effect. So
don't get me started on that.
Unfortunately, my mom was a substance abuser.
Oh no. Well, shoot.
So I got a chance to, I'm gonna tell you, man. I was actually, what people don't know, man, I was a Boy Scout, and I loved the Boy Scouts. Yeah. I was a Boy Scout. I love Boy Scouts.
You never told me this. You never told anybody this.
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout, man. I loved the Boy Scouts. And from a financial stand base, man, I was in a pack where there was, there's this pack. When you're part of a Boy Scouts, they call it packs and units and stuff like that, right? So I was a part of this pack where predominantly the kids were from a middle-class background.
No idea what that means.
Middle-class background means, okay, you come from a middle-class background. Your mom works, your dad works.
Oh.
That's a middle-class background.
Oh, okay.
And by my mom being a substance abuser, she did drugs. So we come from what they used to call AFDC. Mm-hmm. And AFDC was welfare. You got to check on the 1st, you got to check on the 15th.
Okay.
And that was what you had to have, you had to take it, whatever they gave you is what you had to take care of yourself for the whole month. So it was challenging going, you got to pay dues to your pack. There's camping trips, stuff like that. And, the camping trips would be like maybe $20 or something. And it was challenging to have the money to even go and interact, because you're dealing with kids whose parents are middle class, they work, so $20 is nothing. But then you got a person like me where $20 is the difference between, if you eat for the rest, that's 2 meals. So while it was so challenging, my mom pushed me to be the best scout there was. So I, as a boy, as a Cub Scout, Cub Scout going into the Boy Scouts, I earned every medal there was.
Wow.
Every merit, because my mom always pushed. She was very black conscious.
Black conscious?
Very much about black conscious.
Okay.
So she always pushed education on me. She made me read. Like you, the crap you get away with. Every day I got out of school, I had to read.
Oh,
before I can watch TV, I had to read for at least an hour.
Hour?
Yeah, man. So I would have to read. And then she would send me outside. So I'd be sitting outside reading with all the neighborhood kids. They're playing and everything like that. I had to read for an hour. And once I was done reading, then I could go play.
Oh.
So I love the Boy Scouts, man.
Okay.
So it pushed me, because I didn't have the financial backing that a lot of other kids had, it pushed me to strive to be that much more of a better scout. So I I told myself, every merit there was, every badge, every type of certificate or honor, I went and I got it.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Because I always told myself I have to be not the same, but better than everybody around me. And I always kept that type of attitude. So, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did.
Okay. There, you got a
Another
dead point. You're
question.
you're on the camera. This you.
I got another question.
You're not looking at the camera, man. Go ahead. What's up? What's the question?
So the question is, this question is, if you were any type of mythical, logical creature, what
Methodical?
methodical,
Mm-hmm.
like any type of creature from mythological, from like old days, from now, and from the past, which one would you choose?
A methodical, a mythical?
Mythical, methodical.
I see it, and that's a double. I would choose. I'm not gonna say it's mythical, but I'm gonna say it has to do with ancestry, history. I would be El Lagoon.
Aragoon?
El Lagoon. Do you know what that is?
No, well you can explain it.
A goon is for your ancestors. That goes back to African mythology,
Okay.
Cuban mythology. El Lagoon is the god of war
The god. Oh,
in the black community,
oh.
in the African community.
Oh, the African. So.
So he's a big giant, strong dude with two hammers that brings on, man. You know what I mean? Because when you call on your ancestors, man, you got different ancestors that you can call on. Rather if they call it voodoo, rather if they call it hoodoo. So if I could be somebody, I would be El Lagoon.
Ah, okay.
One day, man, I'll break it down to you, man, and we'll go into history on that. I don't really push that on you too much, man, but when you get a little older, I'll explain it to you and we'll go in it a little bit more.
I would probably be like a plant-based one. Like, there is a plant mythical, what was basically this plant who had like a human-type body with a ton of roots, and pulled it out. You can see a human-looking face, but it was kind of like a human. It had eyes and it had a mouth. But also it had leaves and plants and roots at the bottom of it. So I'll probably be that one because it symbolizes that the earth and air, like the earth and Mother Nature and plants are really, that's the symbolization of what that mythical is about.
I got a question for you.
Yes.
How do you feel, and this is a very deep question, man.
Okay.
How do you feel about going to school, but you look on social media, you look on TV, and you see all these idiots running in and shooting up schools? How does that make you feel, man, as a kid, man?
It makes me feel worried because, listen, this never happens, but if it did, I would very much be scared, and I just feel bad for them because many lives get losses, and the kids, just like us, and they're young, and they're not supposed to go yet. They're supposed to live their life good. They're not supposed to go yet. They're still young. So I feel really bad, and I feel scared when stuff like this happens. But I'm happy that I'm still alive because a lot of things could be bad at our school. Like, I got in like 2 car crashes and I still survived.
Yeah.
And when I was sledding, I also almost lost all of my breath, but I still survived. And God is always on my side and yours. So that's why I'm pretty happy that I'm still young and still surviving.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's very much because, you know, it's crazy because, like, when I grew up, we had police officers on our school campuses.
No, I wish that was going on.
So it's crazy to me, like, how these cats get past the office or any of that, and they're able to and there's no police officers on campus. Like, that's crazy to me. And, I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a firm believer. I feel like teachers should have a firearm on them. Or if not, that there should be security or private security on every school campus. But, they sit back and they tell you, man, oh, you need to get rid of guns. But, you can take a 3D printer and make a gun.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and then say, like, and then, you know what I mean? It's like, because these are the initiatives. This is what they say, son. They think that if they get rid of guns, that would stop the school shootings.
Oh, no, definitely no. Because why? Because they also have their own ways of getting guns. Because there's like websites with guns. There's like gun stores. If you still get rid of guns, there would still be the dark web, meaning that it's a website where you can get stuff for illegal stuff or bad stuff, meaning that will still be online.
Well,
and
see,
they can still buy it.
This is the crazy part. The fact that you know that at 9 years old is where the mislogic that these idiots that are sitting that we elect to basically represent us in Washington as well as in the legislation department in Olympia, and it's like a 9-year-old knows the difference in, hey, you still can, because if you stop selling guns, okay, so regular people can't get guns, right?
Yes.
But it doesn't stop the criminal. You still have the criminal element that there's still guns out here floating.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, man, you make a great point, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy because I look at the stuff, the information that they show you kids, and it's like, when does it stop? Like, are you familiar with what's my man? I need to be slapped right now. What's my guy that got killed over the Caucasian woman that lied and said that he whistled at her? She just died.
Emmett Till.
Emmett Till. Are you familiar with the Emmett Till story?
No, I have not. I'm not familiar.
When you get a little older, I'll explain. What happened was Emmett Till was a young black kid that was from Chicago that went to visit his relatives in Mississippi.
Okay.
And he was in Mississippi, and there was a Caucasian woman that was walking by. And Caucasian, Anglo-Saxon, that means it's another name of saying white.
Ah, okay.
So when she had walked by, the woman had lied and said that he whistled at her. So when he whistled at her, they came back and they kidnapped him and they killed him and they beat him up and threw his body in a thing. And he was only like 12, 13 years old.
What?
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
What the? I'm sorry. Hold up. I'm putting my hat down for this. They really just did that when he didn't even do that. They just
somebody lied on him. That's why I always tell you got to tell the truth, because people will lie. People will make up stories to fit their agenda.
I'm trying to mainstay that I'm not gonna get mad.
Well, that's why I explain to you why history, when I break it down to you and I tell you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you got to know knowledge. See, the critical race theory, and what you may not, critical race theory is based around history, and they feel now we've become so sensitive that we don't want to tell the truth when it comes to history. We want to shelter it so it doesn't hurt other people's feelings, and that's not the truth. So unfortunately, in America, you got a lot of different cultures. You know what I'm saying? That treated black people, Asians, Hispanics, Polynesians, Pacific Islanders, even poor Caucasians, poor white folks that were treated systematically wrong, but especially black folks in America. And there's been a history going back to the 1600s. So unfortunately, man, they don't want to teach that. They don't want to teach you that part of the history. And it's wrong. Because what would you rather do? Would you rather know the truth? Or would you rather know what people tell you so it doesn't hurt other people's feelings?
I'd rather know the truth. Because knowing the truth, like you told me that knowing the truth would do something good in the world.
It's the truth, man. It frees your mind.
And like knowing the truth about your heritage and what's going on is better than protecting somebody's feelings. I'd rather choose that for a reason, because protecting somebody's feeling is just being nice, and being nice is good, but either way you're still not nice. You should better know the truth than be nice, because we don't even know much about the earth and secrets about the earth. So it's rather much to learn and know than protect somebody's feelings.
Sit up a little bit, big boy. You don't worry, your legs will get longer, man, where you can touch the ground, man.
Are you calling me short?
No, I'm just calling you growing.
Okay.
I got a question for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's probably going to be a crazy question, man. But
don't worry, I'm born crazy. So,
how do you feel about them talking about the going to the library and being read books by transgenders or drag queens?
Okay, that's okay.
Why?
Well, even okay.
Okay.
So, it's fine if you're transgender or drag queen. It's fine, because it's your life. Nobody should tell you who you should be. It's your life to live, not theirs.
So do you feel that it's cool that it should be taught to kids?
Oh, talked about what?
Taught that sexual feelings and everything like that at the age that you are now.
What sexual feeling? I don't know what that means.
Exactly. You prove my point exactly what it is. You know why you don't know what it is?
Why?
Because it's not important right now.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Science, math, learning, writing, that's what's important.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah, but your sexual experience and who's transphobic and who's transgender, that at the age that you are right now, it doesn't really shape you, man.
Yeah, I just keep it for no reason. I just keep it in my mind because, well, when I get older, I just want to know a lot about the world.
So is it confusing for you when you do see a man dressed as a woman, or when you see a woman dressed as a man? Does it confuse you?
It kind of just was like, it does, but does not too.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, it's like, okay, why? But also it's like, okay, you can do that, but it's just a why would you do that? Like, I'm not judging. You can do what you want to do, but it's just a why. You can give me an explanation for it. I'm not going to judge. Like, I don't judge people. Because that's very rude for people. Because You don't judge people how they look or feel or act. You just don't judge people.
So, in stating that, how do you feel about, some of the history as you get older and you learn about the civil rights movement and you learn about the Martin Luther Kings and the Malcolm X and the Kwame Browns and how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel proud to be a black person.
Is that right?
It just makes me proud to be me.
Anything else you want to ask me?
Yes. Have you ever had a very elucent dream of something what might happen when you die?
You said
That
when I
could-
die?
Yeah, like for me, I have these like goddish type dreams, and that's how I believe that when I die, I become a god, because I've been having these dreams about these like symbols of something, and I understand them. Each dream I have, I just understand what these dreams mean.
Well, what do they mean?
Some mean like the patches of age and secrets of the universe, when some mean like human biology and how the earth was made. Have you ever had dreams like that?
Yeah, I've had dreams. I mean, it's hard to predetermine between science
And science and
and religion.
yeah, it's hard to predict.
Very, very much because like I don't believe in Catholicism, and
Fine.
Catholicism is another name for Catholic.
Yeah.
I don't believe in a lot of. Even though I send you to a Catholic school, I send you to a Catholic school for the education, but I don't believe in the religions talks.
Yeah, I'm not religious, or I'm not religion, but I
Religious,
still
she was right.
yeah. I get baptized and I do the things, but I'm still at the end of the day, I just don't do. I'm just still.
So what
not
do you believe?
religious. Well, I believe Greek mythology, religion, and science.
Well, Greek mythology is mythical.
Yeah, that's mythical, but if you think about it, gods basically were elemental, helping God make the earth.
Well, how could you believe that if you walk around and you say, what's the original man?
The Asiatic black man.
So if the Asiatic black man is the original man, how does that even mix with Greek mythology? There is no Greek mythology. If he's the original man, where does the Greek mythology come in?
The Greek mythology comes in by elements, not people.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. If Greek mythology, if the root word to it is mythology, meaning myth, how do you tie that in with religion and then with the knowledge and wisdom that you're learning, as if you stating and saying, hey, look, the original man is the Asiatic black man?
It's been happening in my dreams.
Ah, okay. Well, look.
Each symbol ties into religion, science, and sometimes Greek mythology. Because
Greek mythology is not, but it's not.
But not like monsters and.
Okay,
Percy
but
Jackson, no.
Greek mythology is counter the original Asiatic man, black man.
Yeah.
Because Greek mythology comes in to conquer. You get what I'm saying? Like it comes in to conquer what the original man had going on in Africa.
It's the thing. It doesn't go with the original black man or religion. All it goes into is elements, like water. That's basically the first like as like things like that is like in my dream. Like every time I close my eyes and I'm in a bath, I just see like these visions of like gods, like kids. Like these kids would look like the offsprings of gods.
What color are they?
Some are like a color is like hard for that because a color like intertwines with their elements. Like red means for earth and fire. Water and earth both made nature, aka known as Mother Nature, and Mother Nature had a baby known as the sister of the offspring of Mother Nature,
Nah. Hell nah.
making a kid.
Nah. Who told you that?
Nobody.
That's just what you think?
Yeah, I see that every time when I go to sleep.
You gotta speak up. You too far.
Oh, sorry.
You gotta project your voice. Man.
Sorry, I apologize. That's what I believe is because every time I close my eyes in the bathtub, it's like I'm there to see what's going on right now. Like each time I close my eyes, it's just something supernatural happening when I close my eyes.
Yeah, I don't, because look, I don't believe in Greek mythology. Greek mythology is based around African mythology.
Yeah.
You know, you got comedic language, that's that's based, is the story of Jesus. Is the whole, with Ra, and it's the whole story, biblical story of the virgin having the child. And so I don't believe in Greek mythology, because in Greek mythology,
it's like different. I get it.
No. I mean,
Monster.
it's a sort of, okay. It's like, okay, when you look at Greek mythology, for every society that is conquered, they take and they make. So when it was comedic language, when Rome went into Egypt, the story was way different, man. Man, we be going on, man. We over here at Corey's Corner, man. Go ahead, man, and close out for us, man.
Like, comment, subscribe for more content like this for me and Dad and some surprise guests and other things in your beliefs. In the comments, tell me what like Greek mythology you like. Tell us in the comments what mythical logical creature you like. Tell me what belief you spread in. Anyways, see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe for more content. We'll see ya.